What's up, y'all? Welcome to this Zodiac sign reading. So we're going to pull some energy just to see where we're at energetically, as far as a whole. Before we get into the reading and all the stuff and everything, this is the moment. This, if you're here enjoying the live, and if there's something you gotta say, whether it's criticizing, me or whatever, that's fine. But if you're gonna make fun of someone here trying to get, some closure or help, or just if someone is just opening up to pretty much anything, or releasing or letting go, if you make fun of anyone here, you're gonna be blocked. Okay, just to put that out there. I don't mind blocking people. All right, I want a community that helps each other, supports each other, loves each other, and cares about each other. All right. I'm not here to point fingers. I'm not here to say that somebody's better than you, or, I'm here to tell you that if you put your hand on your heart, regardless of what's going on around you, then you can just overcome anything. Tell yourself you trust yourself when it comes to this thing called life. You're making every decision, you're going through life as best as you can, and you're thriving regardless of whatever it is that you're going through. All right. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. I have this sinus pressure because of the allergies, but I figured I would just come here and do a old zodiac sign just to see where the energy is at, as far as pretty much each individual sign. So I'm about to get started with Aries. All right. So if you hear me with the runny nose, is because of the seasonal allergies. I've been feeling so low. How about you? Let me just change this real quick to YouTube. Okay. I've been feeling a little lazy. I've been eating a lot too, so I don't know if that's anything to do with the moon or anything like that, but I've been feeling a little lazy. I've been eating a lot too, so I know I've gained some weight. But overall, I've been feeling okay. Thank you so much, Just Being Angie, for being here. And you too, Ruby Woo. All right, here we go. We're gonna start with Aries. I'm gonna check your energy. I'm gonna see what's going on with you right now. Tell me what can we tell Aries right now about their energy, or what's happening with them. Okay. There's a sense of okay, so you have letting go. So it could be that you're letting somebody go. It could be that something didn't work out for you. You're trying to cut cords. I feel like you're analyzing deeply really what or who matters to you, and you're releasing those. Okay, I feel like you also, some of you Aries, are going with the flow, or you guys are just kind of just waiting, or just holding on to dear life as everything just transcends and moves forward. Is like right now maybe you're not necessarily empowered, or you don't feel like you have control of life, especially when it comes to love, I would say. But there's the tarot is telling you that there's this new beginning for you. So I feel like you're transitioning. The I don't know. I just heard maybe August. Now through August, there's some sort of transition where you're analyzing what's going on with you, what you want to create, what you want to manifest into your life, you know, who you want to release and who you want to keep around you, right? All that is it's a whole mix of you know, feelings, emotions, energy, thoughts, and actions that you're creating right now, Aries. I feel like it's very positive, but I mean, one thing that I would tell you, and I always say this in my channel, is like change, a transformation. Um, it's not always easy. It is difficult. It is something that that will like you know that you have to go through this darkness within yourself, you know? That's the part of changing, is like addressing those negative or those shadow, you know, things inside of you and shedding a little bit of light towards them to be able to change anything, okay? So I feel like right now there's changes pretty soon. I would say pretty soon, maybe in about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks, you're gonna have some sort of new idea, new vision. You're gonna be more empowered. You're gonna be more motivated to, you know, create something, manifest something into your life. Whether it's a job, whether it's love, whether it's just, you know, self growth and or just self love. But I feel like there's something new here for you, and it's not gonna happen yet. I feel like right now you're going through some sort of darkness, some sort of sadness right now, where you're just like, you're on standby. If not, you're just going with the flow. Whatever happens, happens. And right now you're like, I'm gonna sit on the bench. I'm gonna warm up the bench right now. Just give me a sec. Let me just catch my breath. I'll be right there. You know, it's like pretty soon you're going to have that vision, and that, you know, it's like a spiritual, it's like a download that you're gonna get maybe in about a week or so. No, I think I said 2 weeks. Between a week or two, let's just say that, or maybe a week for some of you guys. But it's like this energetic download that like pushes you to, I don't know, like want to achieve new and more. It's like it's like you're shedding some sort of skin or something like that. Sacred mirrors. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Sacred mirrors. So number 33. Okay, number 33. I think this is like a mirror. Is a reflection. It's like looking at yourself, see where you're headed or where you've been, or you know, what you're doing right now. And you know, part of it, you see the water. It's very, it has to do with your emotions. It has to do with your heart. It has to do with the way you feel about yourself, right? Let me read the meaning. Sacred mirrors, essential meaning: seeing the divinity in others, knowing more about yourself by sharing your gifts and talents, finding kindred souls on similar paths. Collaborative opportunities, being seen, witnessing sacred evolution, contactness, oneness, your place among the stars. So it's like you're pretty soon you're gonna evolve, you're gonna change, you're gonna be able to like rebirth your entire energy, okay? Your entire energy here, which is pretty cool. I like that. A lot going on for you, Aries. A lot going on, but I feel like it's gonna be good overall for you, okay? Even if you feel like you're not in control, that's how life, and that's something that I always say. And you might get, you know, you're probably gonna say, oh, you always say that. Life is about thinking you're in control or feeling like you're in control, but you're never really in control, okay? I feel like there's going to be a big change in your family dynamic, okay? There's changes happening here when it comes to your family. There's changes. There's realizations that maybe we need to bring family together, or maybe you've never really opened up to certain individuals in your family, you know? And so there's the wanting to change that. There's the wanting to get the family together, to, if you have kids, to create some sort of like, um, maybe like a something that you do every year, like a tradition, or going back to the traditions. Okay, for some of you guys, there's difficulties. The difficulties we see is, has to do with family here, family dynamic, which is kind of very personal, right? And this is what the this reading is going to be about. Is going to be about you. It's not going to be about anybody. We're going to touch on the person in your mind right now, or in a little bit, but this is about you. And I feel like when it comes to your family sector, there's changes. Some of you guys could be like, some of you guys could have some sort of like a I'm seeing like some of you guys are gonna be able to like bring more money home, and be able to help the family more in that way. There's money changes here positively, right? Let me see, when it comes to love, what's going on with you when it comes to love? When it comes to love here, it feels like you have somebody in your heart already that you felt that it was going to be very successful. This could be either a Gemini or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But I feel like there's two sixes here. There's the Six of Wands, which signifies success. So, for some of you guys, for some of you Aries, like when it comes to your heart, there's a big decision you got to make when it comes to like a fire sign. It also signifies that there's a decision you got to make to be able to, gain success when it comes to like, your heart, meaning maybe you're going to choose someone else, or there's a decision here. Cause the lovers signify a big decision. Okay. Before anything, like it's a big decision that, that you have to make. I feel like there's some sort of talk happening here with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, that it has to be had, whether if it's like closure, or maybe just releasing this person, or maybe just, talking when it comes to the relationship, whether it's ongoing or not. It's this feeling of, I need to talk to you because I gotta tell you something. Like I see us as very successful. I see us as, a partnership that, it's worth investing in. It's worth, fighting for. And, I feel like somebody here is saying, I don't know if I'm ready, because the Six of Swords it's a kind of it's closure energy, type of energy. It's communication where, if you're having difficulties, or if someone else is having difficulties with you, where you guys are not seeing eye to eye, then Six of Swords pretty much says that there's clarity. There's a conversation that will kind of push you to the way, or to the path of healing, right? Whatever information they have is them saying, you know what, maybe we're not meant to be together. I don't feel the same way as you. Or maybe it's just, like, yeah, we can fix this. It's just going to take a lot of time. Like, there's got to be a lot of changes. Six of Swords is a card of like communication and intellectual, but it also comes with a lot of scarring, or a lot of truth. Like, is that sword that is, doubled edge, and the sword, signifies communication. So the words being said could harm you, but at the same time, it's like the truth will set you free when it comes to this particular person. Okay, you're dealing with somebody who you're possibly not necessarily obsessed in a bad way, but you had a lot of hope, or you have a lot of hope still. You feel like this is your divine counterpart. You feel like, I don't believe in twin flame, but if for some people they're gonna say, "Oh, this is my twin flame." I do not believe in twin flame. The twin flame theory, that's gonna be up to you, but this is literally the twin flame on paper, So I have to say that. But I will say that if you're gonna label somebody your twin flame, is gonna become harder for you to understand that we're here to interact with people. Yeah, we're gonna love people, and yes, we're never gonna be able to release certain people. Like, we're not gonna forget, because what stays in the past, whether good or bad, what stays in the past stays permanently in your heart, because you cannot change the past. It's written. And as much as you try to forget it, and as much as you don't want to deal with it, it's gonna be there, because there's supposed to be a lesson for you there. You're supposed to carry this so you get reminded. But yeah, I feel like there's a big decision here to let someone go, or maybe fight for somebody here, when it comes to your heart. I feel like some of you Aries are also going to find success in love. Again, for some of you guys, is like you're finding, maybe you're like someone who has a very, very strong connection with you, both spiritual, mental, and, physical. So you guys will get physical right away. I feel like, again, it could be a Gemini, or maybe a strong Sagittarius here, another fire sign. But yeah, because of what's happening here, because of the earlier energy that we pulled for you, which was letting go. I feel like for some of you guys, it also has to do and pertain to like letting somebody go, like asking a question or having a conversation and saying, okay, I saw a lot of potential here, but apparently that cannot happen here. Some of you guys are going to go through some sort of divorce, or going through some sort of breakup. Let's check your money and your finances. Let's check career finances. Save your money. I feel like right now, when it comes to like, there is job opportunities, but it's gonna take a lot of work, and it's gonna take a lot of holding yourself down. Meaning, you're gonna have to work a lot of hours. You're gonna have to prove yourself for a certain position, a certain job. You're being watched right now. You're on the spotlight, Aries, and there's a possible increase in money pretty soon. So I feel like things are looking good when it comes to like finances, but before you get all that reward, before you get all that money or that opportunity, maybe that new contract, you're going to have to like stand your ground and continue to show, continue to shine. Don't let other people influence you on negative thoughts or negative ways of like working, habits that, that you could create that could affect you. Okay. I think you're doing a great job, so continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. For some of you guys, if you're unemployed, I feel like there's people reviewing your applications, but it feels like you need to be more open, you need to be more available, or man, like, you can't just be fixated on one thing. I don't know why I'm getting that for you, Aries. It's like, be open to, if you really just want a job, be open, be like, I'll try anything, and I learn fast, whatever, But if you're going to stick to what you've done for the past years, and like, this is an example, if you've been using a machine for the past 10 years, and all you do is put on your resume that I handled a machine for 10 years and I'm the best, but that maybe that company doesn't have that machine, So I feel like your application is being under review, but there's some criterias where you might not be fitting to the job, or maybe you're applying to jobs that in your resume, like your um, your experience doesn't match the job, I feel like you're gonna get some sort of offer of you know of a job here with the Three of Pentacles. Is definitely somebody who's like, hey, you want to come on board and join us on this big project, that we got going on. you know I feel like for you, sometimes Aries, it's hard to be in a teamwork environment. I don't know why. It's like you want things your way. Maybe you're not gonna say that to me. Maybe you're gonna say, no, Rigo, like I work good with everybody. But when it comes down to it, like when you know look deep into it, it's like sometimes you're a little bossy. Sometimes you're very competitive, and sometimes you just want things your way, and that's it. And that is not necessarily teamwork environment or teamwork type of spirit or vibe. It's more like, I want this done my way. This is better. I know this works for me, and I know this works for everybody, but what works for you doesn't necessarily work for everybody. Okay, what do you let's see what's coming towards you that you don't see coming pretty soon. What don't you see coming? Yeah. So what you don't see coming is that you're gonna have a hard time. Even for some of you Aries, like I see that when it comes to like the hard love, when it comes to like wanting to connect with somebody for the next 2 months. If you're breaking up with someone, if something's not working out when it comes to love, if you're happily married, don't listen to this. You're good. I don't want you to manifest this, because what we hear and what we believe, we manifest. Remember that. And that's why I always say, be careful of the tarot readers that you go to, the spiritual leaders you go to, because what they're feeding you, it's what you're manifesting or what you're creating. It's what you're believing, whether you're making fun or not. But it's going into your brain. It's being implemented in one way. It might not be like surfacing right away, but it'll be there. It's funny how the mind works. But I feel like for about 2 months, you're gonna feel like love doesn't work out for you. You're gonna feel like you're gonna connect with people that have a third party, people that are dealing with multiple suitors, or maybe you're the one that doesn't know who to choose, or maybe you're like stuck on somebody and you're trying to find somebody to like overcome that one person. I have the Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. To me, it's one of those energies, and the reason I say that it's love is because of the Three of Swords. And to me, this energy, what you don't see coming is that maybe for 2 months, you're going to feel like, again, love is not going your way. And with the Knight of Pentacles, the cards are telling you, hey, you need to have patience. You need to cleanse, I don't know why I wanted to say that, because I don't usually do cleansings or anything like that. Like, I'm the type of believer that your energy and the way you feel, your vibration, that's your responsibility. That's you. And the only reason it's changing, and the only reason you feel low or bad, is because you're choosing to feel that way. Yeah, there's going to be a person that is going to flip you off in traffic, and then you're going to get angry, and maybe you're going to have a bad day, but you're choosing to focus on that. I know it sounds kind of weird, but it's true. It's true. I'm done trying to say, oh, this person did you wrong. You are an angel. You are, No, it's more like, take responsibility and don't rely on people's emotions or feelings or validation of you. Like, how are you going to live your life, your true life, when you're constantly needing some sort of validation or needing some sort of, assurance from someone else, or public, or your lover or whatever. But I feel like for the next 2 months, you're gonna be a little bit heartbroken. Okay, I feel like you're gonna have matches here, and when it comes to love, but you're not going to be that interested. Yeah, you're going to go on dates. Yeah, you're going to have conversations. Yeah, you're going to get to know people. But when it comes to like latching on, emotionally, Aries, I feel like it's going to be a hard time for you. You're going to be healing from something. You're going to be healing from something. And remember what I said, there's some sort of, you know, there's some sort of like shedding transformation, some sort of shedding or transformation happening for you as well, like in 2 weeks, or some sort of download that is going to inspire you to do something else. And I feel like when it comes to love, is like, I'm sorry to say this, but it's going to be a little off for the next 2 months. Okay. Distract yourself from the waiting game. So the more you wait for love, the more you want love, the more you want to meet somebody, to forget about someone, the harder it's going to be, because you keep thinking, you keep saying, you keep telling the universe, I don't have this, and that's okay. That's why they say the best way to manifest things is for you to say, hey, I already have this. I already feel loved. I'm in love with myself. I'm in love with my kids. I'm in love with my pet. I'm in love with the way I do things, or, the way my face looks or my body is. And you go off and you're going to find somebody that is going to be, in the same vibration, and you're going to find love. But as long as you try to look for it, and you keep saying, and you keep swiping, and somebody has to like match with me, somebody has to talk to me, someone has to be good with me, there's somebody out there, I know, the harder is going to be for you to like manifest this particular person into your life. Okay, for 2 months, I feel like you're going to be a little lost if you are single here. Also, for some of you guys, if I don't want to say this, but for some of you guys, you're going to realize that in 2 months, even if you're in a relationship, or if you're talking to somebody, in 2 months, it's going to be an ending to that. I don't think you guys are going to either last the 2 months or go past the 2 months from now. Okay. And then let's check on I'm debating, should I do like the person on your mind, or should I just do the 12 zodiac, the 12 zodiacs, just to see how they feel about you? Let's just do the 12 zodiacs. Yeah. And then I'll do another live for all zodiacs and the person on your mind, so it can get more juicy and more interesting, because I don't want to rush it. I also don't want to get super tired by the time I get to Pisces. I'm going to be like exhausted, and I don't think it's fair for Pisces. So, let's just do that. Let's see, if you're dealing with an Aries, see how they feel about you. What are their actions? They want to talk. They want communications. They want to fix things. Okay. They feel like they're still like, tied, bonded to you. They also feel like, addictions are affecting this connection, but they want to find a solution. They want to negotiate here. Okay. They're coming in as somebody who has some sort of solution, but at the same time, they want to listen to what you got to say. Okay. So if you're dealing with an Aries right now, or if you've been dealing with an Aries, they want a solution to the problem. If this is a new Aries, be advised that this new Aries comes with addictions, toxicity, or maybe like the devil is never a good card to have. And this Aries could be literally the devil, like someone who is a narcissist. Okay. Let's see, if you're dealing with a Taurus. Dealing with a Taurus. Okay, the Taurus wants this to move forward. The Taurus wants this, feels like they manifested you. They're going to invite you out. They want to talk to you and see if you guys have a good connection. They're putting work into it. And also, I feel like this Taurus is... if you're hold on, if you're dealing with a Taurus, I feel like they're gonna ask you out pretty soon. Okay, But if you're dealing with the past Taurus, I feel like they've been trying to work things out, so you give them another opportunity or reconcile with them. It's gonna be up to you what you want to do. All right, Taurus, Gemini. If you're dealing with the Gemini is not budging. I feel like they're not willing to work with you. They're focusing on other love. They're giving love to someone else. If you, for some reason, a Gemini disappears or a Gemini is acting distracted or unavailable, is because they're giving love to someone else, or they're like talking romantically to someone else. Okay, Gemini. Cancer. If you're dealing with a Cancer, the Cancer is not saying anything. They do want long term, but they're afraid. They're also holding back from you. So I don't know what type of game or strategy this Cancer is trying to do with you, Aries, but it feels like they're holding back their emotions. They're not telling you, but at the same time, like they do show interest, which is kind of weird. But while they're holding back, I don't know. Cancer is crazy. All right, let's see. Leo, if you're dealing with the Leo, what's up, y'all? If you're dealing with the Leo, Four of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, Five of Cups. If you're dealing with the Leo, I feel like this connection might slow down. It might not move forward. It might, take a brief moment. It might slow down. Something happened between y'all two where somebody has to take a breather. It's like I took a deep breath, so I'm like, Four of Swords also signifies that somebody has to heal in a certain way to be able to come back to this. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, to me, it signifies that, it's kind of a missed opportunity. So like you're going to be releasing a Leo, or Leo's going to be releasing you. You guys don't seem to like match for some reason. Also, I feel like they're breadcrumbing you. So they're giving you minimal attention. They're giving you maybe like a false start or false promises. Okay, so watch out for that if you're dealing with the Leo. Virgo, if you're dealing with the Virgo is all about you. They really want you. Yeah, look at that, Nine of Cups and the Knight of Cups. That's Ten of Cups. So I feel like the Virgo is definitely into you, and it's definitely gonna try to come towards you. Virgo. Let's go Libra. You have a Libra messaging you, wanting another chance or an opportunity. Yeah. If you've dealt with a Libra before, then they want another opportunity. They want to heal the past. If this is a new Libra, I feel like there's communication, and this person is all about you, and they're willing to take a chance on you. Libra, Scorpio. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, I feel like the Scorpio is dealing with their past. I don't know what that means. Could be a past lover, or maybe like something from their past. For some of you guys, the Scorpio you're dealing with could be dealing with like legalities or something like that. I don't know, maybe debt from the past or something like that. But I feel like overall they're all about themselves. I don't know if they want commitment with you, but they do like you. Okay, they do like you. Be careful, because this Scorpio might put you in a third-party situation. Okay, maybe they do have additional people here, or they are entertaining other people. It's like they're interested, but in an egotistical way. Like they want to prove that they can get you, or they can have you, and that's pretty much it. That was Scorpio. Let's go Sagittarius. If you're dealing with the Sagittarius wants commitment. They really want to move forward with this. They're very sexually attracted to you, and again, they want to offer commitment. They're all in. All chips in. Capricorn, if you're dealing with a Capricorn here, missed that opportunity. This person is not telling you things. I feel like this person's staying or keeping, or it feels like this person's Either you are secretive to this person or this person is secretive with you, and it feels like they're not opening up at all, you know? Five of Cups, missed out opportunity. It's not going to happen. It's not going to go anywhere. They're going to stay quiet as well. Aquarius, if you're dealing with an Aquarius is walking away. Eight of Cups, yeah, they're walking away from this, and they're just choosing to focus on their mental health, although they're having a hard time right now. Pisces, if you're dealing with a Pisces, the Pisces wants to work on this. The Pisces is obsessed with you. Eight of Pentacles and the Devil. So the Pisces is, somewhat like, I need to. I know I had a marker here. I gotta cover these cards a little bit more. But the Pisces is obsessed with you. The Pisces does want commitment with you. They're willing to do pretty much anything you ask them to do to be with you, Aries. You could work with this person. I don't know. Eight of Pentacles. It's like this person is willing to do anything to either satisfy you, to be with you, or be around you. They do have feelings for you. It's weird. It's weird. Well, not weird. I mean, I think it's good, but maybe you're the one, Aries, that you're like, I don't know if I want to deal with the Pisces or something like that, But the Pisces is like, oh heck yeah, I'm all in. Like, I want you bad. All right, let's move on to the next zodiac sign, which will be Taurus. This is gonna be a super long reading. All right, let's see what's going on for you. Tell me what's coming up ahead for Taurus. What's going on with the energy? What's up? What can you tell me about Taurus right now? Wow. I don't know if it's the moon, but the same card that Aries got came out exactly in the same, position. Letting go. You're letting go of something, someone. You're assessing who's around you. I think that's the same thing that I said for Aries. You're assessing who's around you and who you need and who you don't need, Taurus, okay? I feel like you're going through some sort of energy or some sort of shift where you feel better alone. It's kind of like the Hermit. I don't know if I don't know how long you've been reading or listening to tarot, because the more you listen, I feel like your capabilities of reading tarot should be close to actually being a tarot reader if you've been listening to a lot of tarot. But I feel like there's some sort of time here coming for you where you're gonna have to be in that hermit mode. There's something that you gotta understand, analyze. Maybe you're releasing somebody or someone, or it could be a job or something like that. And there's a big aha moment. There's a big, oh, that's why I needed to do that. Oh, that's why I felt so low, is because I needed to understand what was happening. Because you also have the card of understanding. And if you look at this card, it's understanding, but at the same time, it's a bird. It's a bird flying out of the cage and saying, oh shoot, I felt bonded and tied up to something or someone, and now I'm free, And this is going to be only achievable if you have some sort of alone time, alone time. And because the aloneness is the same card as, the Hermit. It's the person that goes and introspects within themselves and, analyzes and assesses a situation and says, oh yeah, that's why, or this is the reason, Let's see what your energy or what, the Oracle wants to say here. Oh, first card. This card, ooh, the sun. Well, not the sun, but it's yellow. The spark of a hustle, 17. It looks kind of looks like the sun. See, and then it's a sun, but it's rising up. It's not going down. It's like a new day. I love the fact that it's yellow. There's orange. There's gold. It's like it's very positive energy. Number 17, 1 plus 7 is 8. So number 8 could be very important. It's also it's about like material and assets here, I will say. The spark of hustle, essential meaning, the spark of inspiration, divine intervention, finding your calling, work that makes you happy, renewed hope. So there's like a new day happening for you, right? Like there's new hope, there's new day. One thing I will tell you always in this channel is that, connection to God is personal. And if I can tell you that God is real, it's real. If you don't believe that, yeah, we all have our awakening, We all have that one point in our lives where we're like, oh, it took me this long to understand, but now I know. And if you don't believe, you don't believe, but it's okay. It's okay. I don't think God will, push you away because you're in this reality indoctrinated with so many things and, brainwashed to be a certain way. I don't think God is going to be like, oh, you didn't believe in me, so you go to hell, or you don't believe in me, so this is why you suffer. No. Everything that you create in this reality is based on you. All the difficult things, even the flat tire that happens out of nowhere is because you took a wrong turn, or you took a turn where there was a nail or something, and you just popped the tire, and that's okay. That's fine, because that's life, Maybe you took a wrong turn and you got a flat tire. Maybe you buy a lottery ticket and you become a millionaire. You've ever thought about that? We need to get fixated, and we need to understand that we do attract and manifest the way we feel about ourselves and the way we feel about our reality. If we make our reality difficult, it's going to become very difficult. The thing about that is, when I say that, is like, I know a lot of people like roll their eyes and they're like, oh, this guy, here we go again. The thing is that it takes work. It takes a while for you to record over your entire, childhood, right? And it's not like you're not recording over. It's just you're looking at things different. You're accepting different beliefs, and you're accepting things that at one point maybe your family showed you that it was going to be only one way and that's it. But you're like starting to understand, it's like, oh man, life is so much different. God is, in a way, is like, it's this energy where people feel like they understand it, but there's no way to understand God. The only thing we have is that connection and that energy that comes from, the source, it's unexplainable, because we cannot comprehend anything that has to do with the life, the afterlife, or the energetic, It's a lot of people, they say that they're like, I don't know. Some people say that they're healers that do miracles. Some people say that, they're like, I don't know, like light workers. They feel a little bit more special than other people. And it's like, you have this way of like facilitating people to heal, facilitating people to smile, giving closure to people. The way you talk, the way you use the cards, that's healing. But it doesn't make you any better. It doesn't make you any stronger or more powerful than anybody else, because we all have this rule and this reality. And we all go by the same rules. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how many women you have, how many cars you have. I don't care about you. We go through the same rules. Your body's fragile. You can die tomorrow. You have pain. You have trauma just like anybody else. You will make mistakes. It doesn't matter if you carry a Bible, or it doesn't matter. I'm not against people like that, but it's like some people like get so lost into it. Like they try to be more than you. They try to tell you, I'm going to fix you because, and I don't think that's, if you have a gift, I don't think it should be used where you're manipulating people, or you're like, I don't know, you're making it harder for people, And I think I said this once, is like, if you have a gift, a God-given gift to help and truly heal, you got to share it some way. You got to give it for free. You got to share it. And if you're getting greedy to the point where like you got to have so much money for someone to interact with you because they're hurting, because they don't know, because they're lost, then I feel like your gift is going to backfire on you. And I feel like your gift is going to turn against you. And we have a lot of tarot readers that have given hope to a lot of people, but at the same time, they go crazy. They go crazy. They start seeing things. And it's because of that. It's because the guilt they carry themselves, that guilt, of like, saying, give me so much money and I'm gonna make you better. When in reality is like, nobody's better than anybody here. You have the same abilities as anybody. It's just that you have to let go of the fear. You have to step out. You have to crawl your way out of this darkness, this cave, and push yourself and understand that you are an extension of God, and that whatever goal, whatever thing you put in front of you, if you fight for it, if you wake up every day and do something towards it, that you're going to accomplish that you're going to reach it. And if you don't reach it right away, it's going to take you places. It's going to evolve you into this amazing human being that never gave up. If you're going through cancer, if you're going through some sort of, terminal illness, give it your best. Fight till the last minute, because your story is who you are and what's going to stay here. And your story is going to inspire so many. The person that was giving no hope fought to the last breath. All right, let's see. Let's pull some tarot. Japan? Ooh, nice to meet y'all. Hello to Japan. Thank you so much for being here. All right, let's go. Taurus, what's coming up for you when it comes to family here? Okay. I feel like when it comes to family, you're going to notice that the energy is going to be kind of, I want to say kind of aggressive. So I feel like very unplanned, a lot of unplanned events are going to happen to the point where you get a little overwhelmed, It's like things happening too fast, people inviting you to places, you going from one dinner to the other, and it's so much movement when it comes to family that you get overwhelmed. It could also be that there's a lot of movement, a lot of invitation happening around you in your family, in your home, but you feel disconnected. You feel like you rather stay home, you rather chill, and that's why you probably have. That's the reason why you have the loneliness, is because you rather, at this moment, you rather just chill. But everybody's coming towards you. Everybody's asking you for help. Everybody's like, can you help me fix this? Can you help me do this? Can you help me move? Can you help me, can you come over here and have lunch with us? Can you come over here and have dinner with us? Let's do brunch. Let's do, like all kinds of things. And I feel like there's a lot of movement, and it's very positive, but at the same time, I feel like it's wearing you out. It's going to start wearing you out, or it's going to start like overwhelming you, emotionally, to the point where you're gonna be like, I need to say no to the next person. I need to like chill. I need to like relax. There's also something being done in your family, in your circle, family, friends. I feel like there's something done where you don't appreciate it. Something done, not against you. It's like you feel left out because maybe you weren't invited to, for some of you guys as well. It could also be that someone's going to call you out, Taurus. Some family member is going to say, hey, Taurus, remember that one time and you didn't do it and you know, did this and you said this. Someone might call you out, okay? And it's going to feel like they're, you know, it's going to feel like, it's going to feel like they're against you, but they're not, you know? When it comes to your heart, let's see when it comes to love, let's see what's going on. 10 of Cups. That is some good energy. 10 of Cups, the Chariot. When it comes to your heart, I feel like things are moving forward. I feel like, again, Taurus, for some of you Taurus, if you're already married, I feel like you guys are taking some sort of vacation. You guys doing some sort of, road trip or something like that. It's been planned. It's about to happen pretty soon, or you guys are going to plan it pretty soon. I also feel like there's some more loving, caring type of energy happening around you, especially if you're married. If you're not married, it's just maybe just with your kids. Your love is becoming very warm, or your house or your home is becoming very warm, very easy to be in, right? It feels like it's a shelter. It's somewhere where you want to be, and you rather stay inside than go out. But I do feel like y'all guys, some Taurus here are gonna have some sort of like road trip planned. Could be dealing with a water sign, maybe a Cancer, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're choosing someone to love as well. For some of you Taurus, you're choosing one person, okay? Maybe between a fire sign and a water sign. I feel like you're gonna go with the water sign for some reason. You're choosing the water sign. It could also be that some of you Taurus are leaving a fire sign behind, and you guys are choosing to go towards maybe a water sign that is more emotionally, not necessarily available, but like this Cancer, this water sign, it could be a Cancer, but this water sign it's very natural. Like, it's just loving, you know, very loving. And maybe that's what you're looking for. Very, very loving. I see nothing wrong with this particular water sign. Compared to the fire sign, I feel like the water sign is like the one you've been waiting for. Here we go. Let's see, career, finances. It feels like if you work for a big company, big facility, there's some sort of letdown. It feels like maybe you're getting they're putting you in a lower position, or you're being released from authority or something like that. 5 of Cups tells me that your feelings are being hurt and are being triggered at work, or maybe with your finances. Maybe you don't have enough money. You feel like, you know, life is kind of difficult because you're not creating enough income. For some of y'all, I feel like mostly for you guys, when it comes to like career, I feel like there's a letdown here. Could be that you mess up something, you create some sort of like mix up, and it creates a whole, like a big thing, and it puts you in this position where like you don't know if you're even capable of doing that job, or even if you're even capable of you know, producing what they want, you know. It's like you feel powerless at work for some reason. So there's some sort of you know, event that is going to happen where I'm going to give you a warning where you're going to mess up. It doesn't show that they let you go, or that maybe you do get a write-up or something like that, or maybe they do talk to you about it, but it's just, it feels like you mess up in one way, and they need to talk to you, or you just feel bad about it, okay? When it comes to like finances also, I feel like maybe you're not making enough, and you really, there's a need to like pursue something new maybe for you, okay? Let's see what you don't see coming in the near future here. When is this happening? What you don't see coming here, and I feel like it's regarding your finances, is like if you've been trying to get more money, if you're trying to like move up in the company, or if you're self-employed and you've been trying to do more, and bring more money in. It feels like maybe you have high expectations, and I don't want you to lower your expectations. I feel like you are going to, socialize, and you're gonna, especially if you're self-employed, is like you're gonna pass your business card around, and word is gonna be, out there about you. But at the same time, I feel like, again, when it comes to finances, is like there's a tower moment here that tells me that you don't see coming, maybe this event or this particular thing where it becomes harder for you. It becomes harder for you to, manifest more money, you know. And the cards are saying release all expectations and not the right time. So if this is talking about like that one incident where I was telling you that, like there's going to be a particular, you know, some sort of incident at work where you kind of drop the ball, maybe it's that, maybe it's just that you don't see it coming. It just happened unexpectedly. Like when you feel like you have control, like it just happens out of nowhere, and you're like, damn, I didn't see that coming, because it is a tower, and the tower, there's never like a advanced warning with the tower. Sometimes you, like, your intuition will tell you like, oh, something's coming up, or something's not gonna work out, and the tower is like immediate, because it's divine intervention, and you don't see it coming. But for some of you guys, again, be ready, because I feel like you're gonna be watched at work, or you're gonna be under some sort of probation, or yeah. I feel like you're gonna be a little bit low vibrational. You're gonna be a little bit low vibrational. You're gonna go through like maybe a week of like unexpected things happening, but it's like it's happening so you can manifest better, or you can manifest new. Even a breakup, for some of you guys, there's a breakup of some sort of connection, like what we said here with the heart. Remember, like maybe you're choosing between a water sign and a fire sign, and it's like the fire sign, maybe you're telling the fire sign, hey, I don't want you. I don't want to, I don't want to move forward with you, and I'd rather move forward with, the water sign. Maybe that's what you're saying, So yeah, a lot of things. It's crazy. All right, let's go to the 12 zodiacs. If you're dealing with an Aries, they're breadcrumbing you. They're interested, but they don't know. It could be that the Aries has multiple children, and their attention is to their children. Let's see here. For some of you guys, if this is a new Aries, I feel like they want growth and expansion with you, okay? They're probably going to even talk about kids. I know. Some of you guys don't want kids. If you're dealing with another Taurus here, Two of Pentacles. I feel like the Taurus wants to balance the whole situation out. The Taurus does have, another person that they're interested on, and they're trying to see who is the right one. I feel like the Taurus is not emotionally available for you. They're trying to make a logical decision when it comes to like the connection, whether if to pursue this, to give this another chance, or to continue to like, continue to feed this connection. Okay, if you're dealing with a Gemini, Gemini is acting uninterested. I feel like they're not ready. I feel like they're offering love somewhere else. There's blockages between y'all too. If you're dealing with the Cancer, the Cancer wants to. The Cancer is gonna send you a message, and it could be a message of that they're not ready. They're conflicted about you. There's too much competition. If you've been chasing a Cancer, I feel like they say, "Hey, stop! I don't know how I feel about you. I'm telling you the truth. Like leave me alone," or something like that. If you're dealing with the Leo, okay, so the Leo is kind of a little twisted. They want to take a leap of faith somewhere else, but at the same time, they also want to reconnect with you. But I feel like if they want to reconnect or reconcile with you or come together with you, it's more of a benefit. I don't think the Leo is ready to settle down. I feel like the Leo is more of the experience, and also I don't know why, but I'm getting like they want attention. They just want attention, okay? For some of you guys, they're going to tell you that they want a new beginning with you, but I don't see it lasting. I really don't. Taurus, no, Leo, Virgo. If you're dealing with a Virgo, they're in their feelings. They're not telling you anything. They're holding back. Okay. I feel like you suspect that this Virgo is telling you lies. There's something about this Virgo that your intuition is telling you. There's a little feeling about this Virgo, and I feel like this Virgo is not necessarily a player, but they're non-committal. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, no, a Libra, actually. Where did it go? A Libra. Let me shuffle again. If you're dealing with a Libra, is it Libra? Yeah, Libra. I feel like you're dealing with the Libra that has offered maybe some sort of connection long term. Maybe they offer you something, or they're offering you something, but I feel like it's gonna go into a dead stop. Either you're saying no to the Libra, or you're saying I need more time to think about it. But the connection is gonna be on the Hangman energy, which is stuck, stagnant until somebody speaks out, until somebody says, "Okay, I'm ready." Scorpio, if you're dealing with a Scorpio here, the Scorpio wants a new beginning here. They're also very sexually attracted to you, Taurus. I feel like the Scorpio really does want some sort of beginning with you, but it's all sexual. So I feel like watch out for a Scorpio out there that is trying to tell you that they want it all with you, but at the same time, they're just confused because they're going through some sort of ending with someone else, okay? I think this person has a lot of baggage. Sagittarius, if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, the Sagittarius is going through some sort of, dark night of the soul or whatever. They're wondering. I feel like the Sagittarius is still fixated on either water sign or a strong Leo, but the truth is gonna come out with the Sagittarius. Overall, I feel like the Sagittarius is giving you minimal energy, and I don't think they're gonna choose you. I'm sorry. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, Capricorn has options and they don't know who to choose. Yeah, they're not making a move either. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, this is gonna be a super long live, y'all. The Aquarius is stuck. Mental stagnation. They can't seem to get out of this little maze that they created in their own head about the connection. I also feel like the Aquarius is not ready to commit to you. And in secret, deep down, they feel like they're still bonded to something else or someone else. maybe a Taurus or a Virgo or another earth sign. Pisces. If you're dealing with a Pisces, they do have feelings for you, but they're not showing you anything. They're not telling you. They want you to take the lead. They're holding back as well. So yeah, they do have feelings for you and they do like you, but they want you to take the lead. They're holding back on purpose because they're expecting you to say something. It always is with Scorpio. What is it about the Scorpio, y'all? Ernest, oh my God, how you been? Right now, what's up? Let's go to the next. Here we go, Cancer. Wait, I skipped Gemini, huh? Oh, there we go. Gemini. I've been good, except for the seasonal allergies. I'm like, I have so much sinus congestion right now. I feel like I have a lot of sinus pressure actually, and it's just on this side of my face, like right here. Ugh, sucks. At least it rained today, you know. It rained, and so it kind of like settled the pollen, you know, kind of purify the air a little bit. But as soon as it starts, you know, the wind starts picking up, there's like 3 or 4 trees in my neighborhood that throw a lot of like dust, like yellow dust, and that's what makes me very you know, congested. All right, here we go. What's going on with Gemini? I like your energy, Gemmy. I like your energy tonight. Oh yeah. I feel like there's things, you know, there's things that you're pushing yourself. You're pushing, you know, it's I feel like overall, Gemmy, you've been through difficult things and you're not, you know, you're not allowing, you know, that hard time, you know, to like slow you down. I feel like you have a dream and you're going for it. I don't know what your dream is. Let me know on the comments. Put it on the, you know, put it on the comments, put it in the chat if you're a Gemini. What is your dream and what are you fighting for? Because there's going to be some sort of energy change when it comes to you, where all you're going to want is to achieve that dream, is to bring that dream into reality, okay? You have the dream, intensity, playfulness. I feel like you have acquired, or you I don't know, maybe you stumbled upon information on how to manifest things faster and easier, because you're on a very light, very transformative, very uplifting type of energy, type of frequency, and I feel like that's bringing so much hope and so much faith when it comes to like actually accomplishing your dream. Some of you guys are I don't know why I'm getting this, but some of you guys are graduating pretty soon, and you're like, I pushed through. Like I freaking pushed through, and it's happening, it's coming, and I feel like you're setting yourself free. You know, playfulness to me is kind of like the card of the Fool as well. So there's some sort of new beginning. There's something here that you created and manifested for yourself, or you're about to do that. You're about to embark into a whole new life, or a whole different lifestyle, I will say. And you fought very, very hard for this. Oh yeah, Jamie. Some of you guys is gonna be like addictions. You're getting control after so long, after so much fighting, after so much, it's like you're controlling your addictions. It's not, I hope you're like eliminating your addictions, but it's like your addictions no longer hold you or take control of you. That's gonna be random for some of y'all. Like not it's not for all Geminis, but it's like you have been pushing through. It's like life is not bad. Life is good, and like every difficulty, every lesson that life gives you is for your benefit. Even when it feels, very hard and difficult, it's like life is telling you, hey, you want it, you really have to get it, because it's here for you. It's just that the way you are right now, or the way you're presenting yourself, maybe it cannot be obtained or given to you. So here's a couple of lessons, here's a couple of things, analyze them and learn from them, and maybe you will evolve into that one particular person that is gonna be able to sustain this dream that you've been wanting to make into reality. There's this saying that we have to dream, and the way we manifest things is by being a little bit delusional, a little bit dreamy. It's like thinking outside the box. And to be honest with you, like having a dream sometimes is like, it's like hyping yourself up and like lying a little bit to yourself. But the thing is, because we only know a certain thing, me as a tarot reader, or any tarot reader, can only give you advice on the things they've been through, like the things that their brain understands. If you have a tarot reader that has been through a lot of lessons, then they're going to tell you a lot of good things if they surpass those lessons. But if they're toxic, negative, they're not going to give you good advice. But the mind only knows as far as what we've experienced. So for you to bring this dream into reality is like lying a little bit to yourself and saying, I have it, I got it, I've been there, I've done that, that's who I am, and that's what I'm gonna be. And simple as that. So you have to be a little bit delusional, where you don't lose sense and track of reality, but you also feel like you already have it in the bag, like that's you. That's why they say, if you're trying to manifest a house, imagine yourself opening the door, unlocking the door, and walking into the home. It's because we gotta feel like we're already there for it to be there, implemented. It's a little delusion, it's a little crazy, but that's how we manifest things. That's how we create our reality. And our mind is part of God. Like our brain, the way we manifest is part of God, because we create our reality through here. Okay? Our little eyes are our cameras, and it picks up things, right? And we create our reality here, who we are, who we think we are, what we think we deserve, who we want to deal with. It's created here. That's why I say, like, sometimes life is about like knowing that you have control, but you really don't have control, of life. Like anything can happen, but there's a feeling of, okay, I got this, I got it. I am present right now. I already thought about what I wanted, and it's done because I have it, but I'm right here. And what am I gonna do to bring that into, fruition, into this reality? What are the steps? Maybe read a book, maybe go back to school, maybe do something, maybe, face your biggest fear. Maybe some of you guys want to be on camera or something, Get your camera out and start practicing. Let's see here. Let's check your Sacred Creator Oracle. There it is. Balance. I love it. I freaking love it. It's kind of a cute card. I don't know why I say cute, but it looks kind of cute. Kind of looks like a happy face, or not a happy face. I gotta stop talking. In balance, actually, it's in balance, number 14. So 1 plus 4, that's 5. 5 to me are changes. And, changes that could be good or that could also be negative, depending on what you're trying to manifest or trying to work on here. I'm going to show it to you. It has the two little scales of the Libra there, right? And it says imbalance. So you're balancing yourself here, Jemmy. It's funny because it's two little scales or two little swings. Obviously, Gemini is like, it has the twins, right? Number 14. In balance, essential meaning, patience, moderation, a perfect blend of activities, a happy balance, purpose and meaning, mixing ideas and people into a perfect brew. So you're playing some sort of balancing act here, and that's because I think you're understanding your power, and I think you're understanding really who you are. And honestly, the only limitations you have is the ones you put on you, right? So, granted, like if you're trying to outrun the fastest runner in the world, you could, but you have to practice, right? And there's a chance that you might not, but you can come close. I mean, you just never know, right? You just never know. So I think that's a pretty cool reading. Very, very intense. Very I see your energy, and it's light but very bright. If I could say maybe how I see your aura, it's gonna be like yellow, intense yellow, bright white, or something like that. It's like very uplifting. You're moving into maybe a time here where you're gonna be friends with a lot of people, or a lot of people are gonna be like magnetized to you because of your good vibration. That's what's up. Here we go. I feel like there's decisions being made, when it comes to your family dynamic, or like your group, your friend group, who you work with, family members. I feel like there's decisions being made. I feel like somebody's choosing to, I don't know, this is going to sound kind of crazy, but maybe drop some charges, or there's some sort of legalities happening here in the family or friend, circle, and they're choosing to just drop all that. Also, somebody's choosing to, um, um, it's like somebody's also choosing to. Sorry about that. I was trying to listen because the kids are playing with the puppy. I'm like, what are they doing? Um, so someone's choosing to remove any lawsuits or anything against you, dropping charges or whatever. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like someone is choosing to do that. Also, I feel like when it comes to your friends and family, there's going to be a lot of, like people withdrawing from you, or maybe like kind of like they're trying to see what you're doing, or what this big shift, you know, that is happening to you right now is all about. It's like somebody's like saying, oh shoot, I see Gemini, I see Jamie glowing, I see Jamie very hopeful, very, empowered, and let's see what Jamie has, what kind of poker hand Gemini has. And they're giving you an opportunity to prove yourself. I feel like your family or your friends are giving you an opportunity, giving you a second chance. They're choosing to connect deeper to you. If you were on the outs with your family or you had difficulties, I feel like, even, I don't know, like astrologically, there's some sort of something happening here where there's peace. There's peace. There's some sort of, you know not necessarily getting even in the bad way, but like saying, okay, you know what, let's start fresh, let's start over, let's just water under the bridge. How you been? Something like that. Let's see. When it comes to your heart, I feel like when it comes to your heart, Gemini, you're approaching this place of again, like you're releasing a lot. Six of Swords and the Chariot, again, it's like you're releasing everything that hurt you. It's like a big cleansing. It's like a big, release of darkness, release of this worriness when it comes to life and even love. Is like you're choosing to just, vibrate high regardless of what you've been through. Six of Swords and the Chariot, when it comes to your heart, I feel like there's maybe a Cancer here that is very prominent, or that you're gonna meet, that is gonna help you, alleviate any pain or any trauma you've had in the past. I feel like this person comes in with a lot of, with a lot of positive words and positive affirmations, and they're helping you manifest something. They're helping you push forward. If it's not a Cancer, it's just you, like deep in your heart, like it's not even in your head anymore, it's in your heart, that you're going to be successful, that you're going to manifest love, that you're going to connect with somebody who is balanced and who is someone like you know overall. The Chariot, to me, it's the Chariot it's a very special vehicle. And when look into this card, it's the spiritual vehicle. It's like this faded, path that we're supposed to go through. And in this path, there's going to be difficulties, but we're going to be able to get off the Chariot and create a path for the Chariot to move forward. And we're going to get back on the Chariot. And once we get to wherever it is that we got to get, then that's where the lesson is. It's like the Chariot it's a fated journey for you, but don't be afraid, because the Chariot is protected. It's bound to get from A to B. Regardless, it has to get from A to B. I like the Chariot, especially when you get it in the heart position and the love position, because the Chariot always has the, that like a dark, like a black cat, or and a white cat. On this one, it's like two little, I don't know, they're weird. It's like two, it's like half human, half bird, half, I don't know, lion or dog, I don't know. But there's two of these, right? And one is white and one is black, which signifies like the yin and the yang, which signifies balance, which signifies a certain person, your better half, or your other counterpart, or someone that understands you, and someone that things are not going to be easy, but you guys are going to be able to find solutions, because you guys within each other, when you guys come together as the yin and the yang, is like you guys understand each other and you guys balance each other out. And that doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect, because obviously it's not, but you guys have the ability. You're manifesting somebody into your life that is going to be able to help you out, not necessarily financially, but they're going to be able to help you out with what it is, what it is, maybe your dream, or pushing you forward, or giving you, again, just maybe words of empowerment and affirmation. And that's beautiful. Let's see when it comes to money and career. Too many. Okay. I feel like there's Gemini. You're getting like your energy is very good for the, coming up. It's gonna be very positive, very lucky. People are seeing your worth. People are like just feeling your vibration, just feeling your aura, and you're being offered, contracts. You're getting loans. You're being offered a job. You're being put in front of a crowd so you can lead as well. It's like you have two threes, three of wands, three of pentacles, and three of pentacles to me, like when it comes to like your work and your career and money, it signifies that there's some sort of like your money is increasing. Okay, it's gonna take a little bit of work, but it's like it's proof that whatever it is that you've been doing is actually working. Okay. Again, three of pentacles is also like contracts, maybe like level up in career, maybe a higher position where you become a leader, right? You know more than a lot of people, so there's something there that they see a value in you, so they put you like on the spot, and they're saying, hey Jemmy, like, are you willing to take care of this? Can you, I don't know, can you like supervise this group or something like that? I also feel like you might travel pretty soon, either for vacation or for work. For some of you guys, it's going to be like work. There's going to be traveling involved. Some opportunities that you've been waiting for like for a long time, maybe like 3 years, are arising pretty soon for you. Maybe within the next 3 weeks, you're going to see that there's that one thing that you've wanted for so long and you haven't, acquired. It's like it happens out of nowhere, and it has to do with, finances. It has to do with work. It has to do with, maybe even loans and stuff like that. It's a green light for you, Jemmy. Green light, 100%. What you don't see coming. What you don't see coming here, Gemini, is it's going to be some sort of conflict around you from your friends, peers, family, or even just co-workers, because you are being leveled up, because you are creating this how would you say it, like the reason that I keep going, like I keep taking a deep breath and going, I feel like because you work so hard, like it's time to take a breather here. But King of Pentacles here, it's telling me that you're gonna go into a higher position when it comes to like work, or if not, you're gonna get some sort of like maybe like a raise in pay where you're gonna have plenty of money, and people are gonna see that as unfair. So I do have, what you don't see coming is that people are gonna try to create conflict, create drama around you because of everything that is going good for you. Okay. I'm gonna say that if you have, don't give up on the dream, don't give up on the job, don't give up on anything, keep moving forward. It's not gonna be easy, but you're manifesting big things. And the funny thing is, like, when everybody looks at someone who is successful, somebody who's got money, someone who's got like all kinds of stuff going on for them, they never look at the struggles. They never look at the nights that they stayed in, and they train, or they practice so much. They read, they study, they never look at that. Oh, like, we as humans, we always see the beautiful things and what's good, because that's all we want. We're fixated to like having a good life, to doing all kinds of amazing things, and not really looking at the fact that there's a lot of hard work that in the background, to achieve anything like that, there's a lot of hard work that has to be done. So yeah, you might go through this through this time where you're gonna be like, oh shoot, like is it even worth fighting for? Or people are gonna start making it hard for you, but you just gotta push through. You just gotta push through. So I feel like things are gonna be good for you. It's just that it's gonna take some time, okay? Remember, manifest that dream. Make it happen for you. If you don't make it happen for yourself, nobody's gonna come and say, hey, Gemini, here's your dream. Here's what you've been dreaming about and wanting this whole time. It's not gonna happen. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. All right, if you're dealing with an Aries, the Aries doesn't know what they want with you. They feel like it's karmic, whatever it is that is going on. They feel like it's karmic. They're contemplating if they should continue feeding this connection. Taurus, if you're dealing with a Taurus, the Taurus is walking away. The Taurus is saying, nope, never mind. Yep. The Taurus is walking away because it's taking too long, or they don't see commitment with you in a good while. I mean, they don't see anything positive when it comes to this connection with the Taurus. If you're dealing with a Gemini, another Gemini, the Gemini and Gemini, they love you. They feel very connected to you. They're also not doing anything about it, but they do have this sexual attraction towards you. They're very attracted to you, not necessarily just sexually, but there's some sort of like attention that that they want to give you or something like that. They're also communicating pretty soon. Cancer, if you're dealing with a Cancer, the Cancer is offering you love. Maybe there's a new Cancer here that is going to offer you pure love with good intentions. Yeah. Yep. They do. They are. So you have a Cancer coming towards you that really wants commitment. If you're dealing with a Leo, the Leo doesn't know. They're a little confused. Maybe they have two people that they're dealing with. For some of you guys, the Leo has to get the Leo's like leaving some sort of long-term connection in the past, or maybe there's still like unfinished family matters. Maybe this person needs to get a divorce, or needs to completely leave some sort of older relationship and in the past before they move on to you. Okay. If you're dealing with a Virgo, there's too much competition. I feel like the Virgo feels like it's too much. If it's not competition, it's too dramatic, and they're choosing to withdraw. They're going to be nonchalant when it comes to this connection. If you're dealing with a Virgo with the Scorpio, no, Libra. Why am I forgetting Libra? Wait, is this Scorpio Libra Scorpio? Oh, I'm confused. If you're dealing with a Libra, the Libra's walking away. They're choosing someone else. I feel like there's no forward movement. There's no forward movement with the Libra. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. There's an ending here. If you've been already talking to a Libra, dealing with a Libra, it's a no-go. Scorpio. I think I'm doing it backwards, no? My head is hurting so bad that I don't even know what I'm doing. If you're dealing with a Scorpio, they're coming towards you. They want to be careful with the Scorpio. They are inviting you out. This person does have the hots for you, but they're willing to like take you out, give you time and attention. whatever that means. I feel like this Scorpio is like manipulating you a little bit, meaning that they're telling you everything you want to hear because they want to get down and dirty, especially with the Knight of Wands type of energy there. Sagittarius. Sagittarius does have love for you, but they're not communicating or they're not showing it. They're still trying to see if it's gonna work out for them. And yeah, they want to see if you're balanced. They want to see if you're worth it, whatever that means. I do feel like the Sagittarius is interested in you, Gemini. Capricorn. I feel like the Capricorn is open for conversation, a solution. If you've been on the outs, yep, conversation or a solution. They are interested in you, romantically interested. Oh yeah. Woo! If you're dealing with a Capricorn, they want it all with you. They want marriage. They want kids. They want forward movement. They're coming in very balanced. They're promising you a lot, and I feel like they're coming in as a king. So very mature, very truthful. They're not lying to you. Okay, if you think it might be too good to be true, I don't think so. I think this person is coming in with properly. Aquarius, if you're dealing with an Aquarius, too many. The Aquarius is the Aquarius is interested, but they're not making a move. They rather you make a move, Gemini. They're also trying to get balance either in their finances or their money, in their finances or their feelings for some reason. You know, there's when it comes to the Aquarius, there's like someone from the past that still lingers around them, which is gonna make it kind of difficult for you guys to like fully connect. Yeah. When it comes to the Pisces is choosing to be single and independent here. I don't think you're gonna get too far with the Pisces. I don't think they're committal. They're showing as they're not emotionally available. They'd rather be single and self-sufficient here. They're focusing on their career, okay? And they're gonna tell you that straight up, like right away. It's like, I don't know what I want. I'm not looking for a relationship, but we can have a conversation. That's what they're saying, okay? All right, let's go to Cancer. I should turn on my AC because it feels kind of hot in here. Hopefully I'm not getting a fever because that will suck. That's Leo. My banners are like off. Oh. All right, I'll wait. All right, so moving on to Cancer. Let me check my messages real quick. Okay. Cancer, welcome. Welcome to your reading. Quick energy check, just as the title says. Nothing too crazy. All right, so let's see what we got for you, Cancer. What's going on? Tell me the energy. What's going on with Cancer right now? Right now. Ooh, a lot of cards. Oh, Cancer. Can I tell you something, Cancer? Can I say that if you feel, like either right now or pretty soon, if you feel like you're just tired, can I encourage you, or can I don't know, can I like get you to like meditate? Like, can I get you to like put on some headphones and just listen to like meditational music and lay down on your bed for at least 5 minutes, or take a nap, and and meditate, because I feel like you're gonna benefit from that. I have your energy, and your energy is coming out as you're being overworked, you're exhausted, you're tired. I don't know if it's work, or I don't know if it's like just overall life, but your energy is coming in as like feeling tired, feeling exhausted, like you don't see an end to whatever it is that you're going through. There's something that you feel guilt, and if it's not guilt, I feel like it's something. I'm feeling it like it's something in your heart. It's something that has not necessarily slow you down or anchor you down, but it's more like it's something that you keep in your heart that is like consuming consuming you. There's something that you have to release here. Do you feel like the world is you carry the weight of the world on your shoulders, Cancer? If that resonates, what the cards are telling you, what like the advice here is to meditate, to get out there and explore. Like I would say, get out there and take a hike, or go to the beach, or go to the mountains, wherever you have, maybe a park. The thing that I'm be honest with you, like I love being outside, but right now, like my allergies are killing me. Like my whole face is like, ugh. Or my entire, like sinus system, whatever. It's just so much pressure, and that's due to the, you know, just to nature. So be careful. But can I get you to meditate, take a deep breath, disconnect? You know, sometimes when we step outside into nature, it's not that nature heals us, is that we realize that we're part of this earth, and we disconnect from this reality of like, you know, um, that demands us to be a certain way, and going to, you know, going into the wild, or going into like, nature. It reminds us of how unique, how fragile we are as well, and how interconnected we are to earth. A lot of people say, oh, if you go to, you're gonna get grounded if you walk barefoot. It's like, no, it's just a reminder that, hey, you have this reality that is like stressing you out, but you forgot you forgot where you live, you forgot where you come from. You forgot about nature, you forgot about Mother Earth, you forgot about the beautiful things that don't require, money, or for you to be exhausted to experience that connection. So it's like a reminder, and that's what grounds you. I feel like that's how I see it, because a lot of people is like, yeah, you have to walk, and yeah, maybe that's true. But when I step outside, when I do like a hike with my son, or I grab the bike and I take my puppy, and and the breeze is going, and the sun is shining, and the trees are there, and it smells so fresh, and it's so good, and it's like, oh my god, I forgot about the roots. Like I forgot that we are the four elements, like air, water, fire, and earth, you know and it reminds me of a lot of things. But if you can't go outside, can I just get you to meditate? Because I feel like a lot of you guys are like, tuning into your intuition and your psyche. For some of you guys, don't be scared. We all have the power of, we all have that gift of our psyche side, like, our intuition. We are energy, we do communicate psychically. I definitely feel that. But sometimes we choose to block it. But the only reason I say that is sometimes you might be afraid, because when we go deep into the mind, we go into this rabbit hole that just keeps going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And people don't trust it. And we forget that the mind is able to create a lot of things. We forget that the mind is able to create illusions, stories, things like that, but everything has some sort of message for you, right? It's like maybe your higher self, or even like um your inner self just telling you something about yourself, like about what's going on with your body, about what's going on with you. Why can't you say no? Or why are you overworking yourself, all that. But I feel like some of you cancers are scared to meditate. Don't be scared. Meditate. What I like doing is I like to get on I think any platform will have like meditational music. So usually like I look, on whichever, whatever it is that you want to meditate on. If you want peace, just Google that. If you want to meditate on your heart, crown, sacral chakra, or whatever chakra you want to do. There's many chakras. It's just not just the 7, but those are like the main ones, and I feel like they're the most important ones. I feel like the heart chakra is the most important one. So maybe look for that. I feel like I'm talking way too much. External validation. External validation. Number 50. Again, changes. Let me see what that means for you. 50. External validation, finding your own vibe and your own beat. Effortlessly attracting others because of your own. Oh, hold on, I can't really see. Effortlessly attracting others because of your warm energy. Tuning out the noise of external validation and listening to your own heart. I think we talked about the heart, no? Opening yourself up to external validation and accepting compliments. That's one of the things that sometimes for like introverts, or water signs, is like sometimes it's hard to accept. It's like, validation of who you are and who you're becoming, and also like accepting compliments, All right, here we go. When it comes to like family, let's see what's going on with family and friends around you. Okay, if it feels like there's some sort of like fair decision when it comes to like family matters, or balancing your checkbook. There's like maybe you do have to give some money. You find out that there's something due, and you're the one who has to save the day, especially with the six of coins. The 6 of coins is that, that card of or that energy of saying, oh shoot, something unexpected happened, or something, it just signifies that you have plenty of money to help your family out. If it's not money, it's like energy, it's like attention, right? Because Pentacles is something that it's very important. Those will be time, right? You have the time for your family and all that. I feel like you're helping out people around you, in your family or your friend circle, financially as well. And you're like a problem solver when it comes to your family. It's like you're maybe you're a little bit more successful, or you're gaining success here, financial, not necessarily freedom, but you're maybe better off than anybody around you, and it feels like you're being fair, and you're helping others, and you're helping your friends and family here. You're coming in as a king of swords. So to me, again, it's like someone who finds solutions, who is very smart, and who is able to, help those in need. Um, Also, like, you're willing to speak out. You're being honest. Okay, with whoever it is that you're dealing here. So if you're like letting anybody borrow money or something like that, is like you're letting them know, hey, I can help you out, but I need this money back by this time or whatever. Like, it can be one of those things where like we just forget. It could also be that you're asking, friends or family to pay you back what they owe you, you know, in a cool in a cool way. It's not like you're demanding, saying, "Hey, if you don't pay me back, I'm gonna take you to court or something like that." But it's more like, "Hey, remember that one time?" When it comes to the heart, when it comes to love, Cancer, it feels like you're walking away from something that you thought was very promising. It feels like you're still healing from a connection that was very deep, very, um, shoot, very deep, very, very deep. It feels like you're walking away, or someone is walking away from you at the moment. I feel like you guys, it's deep, but you guys had difficulties coming together. Maybe work wasn't like allowing you guys, or like the fact that you guys lived at a distance or something like that. Eight of Cups, you have to walk away. It's like you have to walk away because it just doesn't serve you anything nor them. Like, it becomes harder for you guys, you know. Big decision when it comes to love, big disappointment as well. It feels like it's a connection, or some sort of some sort of connection that just felt like you kind of did wanted it, but at the same time, it's like, there's something better out there. That even though it didn't work out, you're gonna put your best foot forward and move ahead, and see who's out there. I don't think you're running off to the streets to say meet somebody right away, but you're like saying, okay, the most and biggest thing that I have to do is actually disconnect from this person, is actually walk away from this connection, and then we'll see what like what the universe has for me, or what God is gonna put me next to. And so I feel like you're functioning off of trust, right? Your intuition. It's like you're empowering yourself and saying, man, this connection was really something that I really did want, or had a lot of hope on. But at the same time, it's like, well, maybe things change, and it's not like that anymore. I gotta walk away. It hurts to walk away. It feels uncomfortable, but it's probably one of the best decisions that you think you can make, to walk away from this. When it comes to like career and finances, I see you traveling. For some of you guys, I also see you taking a new job opportunity here, Cancer. I feel like somehow there's like like a boat has that veil, and when there's air, like it just moves faster. For some reason, there's like this wind for you, like a wind where it's gonna help you move forward in your career. It's gonna there's some sort of opportunity here. It's like more wealth for you, Cancer. More wealth. I feel like there's a lot of clarity too as well. For some of you guys, if it's not that, it's someone else, some other company's offering you some sort of fresh start somewhere else, and you're like, okay, maybe that's promising. There is a little warning though, that whatever it is that they're promising you, it might take longer than what they're saying. So if they're promising you some sort of salary, or some sort of like, expectation when it comes to your pay, it's gonna take at least I don't know, maybe 1 to 2 years for you to get even close to it. So be careful, because I feel like you are taking like maybe like a uncalculated risk here when it comes to your career and your finances. So be careful. Watch your money if you're gonna travel. Make sure to not overspend, okay? Because you might end up at, like at zero on your bank account. Yeah. Hold back a little bit. When it comes to like career and finances, make sure that if you're shifting, if you're changing careers, if you're doing something big when it comes to job, make sure you know what you're doing and you're not doing it out of spite or just because you want to like leave the company, because the cards are telling me to tell you, Cancer, to analyze, because you might take a leap of faith and say, fuck it, I'm gonna do this change, I don't care. And it won't backfire on you, but it's not gonna be something where it's gonna be better than what you had. So double think it, make sure it's good, commit to it. And if you do commit, don't feel guilty if for whatever reason it doesn't start working out right away. That's why I'm like hesitant to tell you, like, if you're moving jobs, make sure that it's something that is, you're resetting, you're starting again, you're starting fresh. So it might be something that might put you in a state of like, shoot, what did I do? All right, what you don't see coming here is a new car, a new vehicle for you. Cancer. All right, I got you. Wow. So what you don't see coming is that pretty soon you have, sooner than you expect, within a couple of days, I have loans, I have offers, opportunities being given to you by the universe and companies. So I feel like, again, there's gonna be like, what you don't see coming is like you're gonna have to take action on certain things. Okay. Again, I do see balance, equality. I do see moderation as well when it comes to like addictions and stuff like that. And I also see you in a new car. If it's not new, it's new to you. Let's just put it that way. Maybe a new to you car, an offer of a job or maybe a loan as well is here for you. Okay. I also feel like the connection with children or connection with family, it's going to be very important. Okay. Coming up for you. There's a gift here for you. Somebody's giving you a gift. I don't know if it's a car. Who knows what it is, but maybe it's money. I don't know what it is, but somebody's giving you some sort of gift. And you don't see that coming anytime soon. I mean, it's sooner than you expect, actually. But you don't see that coming. Jeez. Oh God, my face is like so freaking, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. All right. That's why I feel like I'm not even connected to, like, because I have so much sinus pressure. My whole eyeball is like, it hurts. All right. If you're dealing with an Aries, Cancer, if you're dealing with an Aries, the Aries wants commitment. They want forward movement with you. They want to come towards you, okay? They're open for communication as well. If you're dealing with a Taurus, okay. Ooh, a lot of cards. Let me just shuffle again. If you're dealing with a Taurus, Yep. If you're dealing with a Taurus, it feels like the Taurus could be on and off. Maybe you can tell me, um, Cancer, that the Taurus sometimes offers you a lot of love, and then out of nowhere they just feel distant. They feel like you feel like they disconnect. The Taurus is interested and they do have genuine love for you, and they're gonna offer you something. Okay, they're gonna offer you some sort of commitment, some sort of offer. Okay. If you're dealing with a Gemini, Gemini is closed out. They feel like they can't seem to come towards you or allow anybody into their heart right now at the moment. They're also like mentally stuck on someone else. Um, if you're dealing with another Cancer, Page of Swords, the Four of Wands. This Cancer is keeping an eye on you. They want to communicate with you. They want to negotiate something. They do see you guys as a, um, you know, you guys do have potential. They're saying that they like you, but they're also acting very, very guarded when it comes to it. All right. If you're dealing with a Leo, okay, the Leo wants balance. The Leo wants to heal this connection. They're also checking your social media. They're trying to see what you're doing. Okay. They want to communicate, but I feel like they're holding back a little bit. If you're dealing with a Virgo, too many. If you're dealing with a Virgo, the Virgo's undecided right now. They don't know what to talk about with you. They seem a little lost. I feel like they got other things going on in the background, and although they are present to communicate, I feel like they're not emotionally available. Virgo, Libra. Missed that opportunity with the Libra. Yeah, the Libra might have addiction problems. Maybe they're drinking or something like that. But it's a missed out opportunity with them. Scorpio. Tower, Ten of Swords. There's an ending with the Scorpio. Abrupt ending. It's not moving forward. It won't move forward. Somebody's walking away from this. Sagittarius. If you're dealing with a Sagittarius, the Sagittarius is interested. It's just that they're emotionally unavailable. They're putting this face, they're putting this filter on, but they do want to get together. This Sagittarius is more about what can you guys do together as a couple, rather than the happily ever after story of falling in love. And they're like, what do you have? What do you bring to the table? If you're dealing with a Capricorn, oh, I feel nauseous. If you're dealing with a Capricorn, the Capricorn they want growth and forward movement with you. They see you as somebody who's worthy of their love. They're also going to communicate that. Okay. They feel like you and this Capricorn, or they feel like you guys are meant to be, like the universe put you guys together for a reason or something like that. Maybe that's something that they're going to tell you. I don't know. If you're dealing with an Aquarius, the Aquarius wants to reconcile or wants to come back together. It feels like the Aquarius is acting a little, I don't know, like they're breadcrumbing you. There's an apology happening here, but they're still like a little confused or stuck on whatever it is that happened between y'all two in the past. Or if it's a new Aquarius, maybe they're still stuck on someone else. Pisces. Okay, there's a Pisces who's very interested in you, Cancer. They're making plans. They're gonna, they're gonna text you, invite you out. somebody here is uninterested. I don't know if it's you, but when it comes to like the Pisces wants it all. Like the Pisces wants to come towards you, but I don't know if you're the one who's like, I don't know. Someone's acting a victim here, but uninterested. But yeah, I feel like the Pisces is gonna come towards you pretty soon. All right, y'all. Ooh. We're moving on to Leo. I was shuffling. You have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands. Leo. The Five of Wands could signify difficulties, people not agreeing with you, drama. Okay. But it could also on the good side, it could be that people are you know people are fighting for you in a way. That's the only positive thing I can say about the 501s is that people are fighting for you. Listen, when people find out about the Leo, they're gonna want to compete for the Leo, right? But it could also be that you know, you have to fight through a crowd here to get where you want to be. Overall, is like the 501s to me signifies that everybody has their own opinion, and sometimes their opinion is not going to be, just it's not going to be like yours. It's going to be different. So if you want to get in the arena and grab a wand and fight your way, that's going to be up to you. Or you can say, hey, I get it. Everybody has their own opinion, their own, analogy or whatever, and no need to fight, right? Calm everybody down, I guess. All right, Leo, let's see what's your energy like. I am feeling very nauseous, and I think it's because the pressure that I have on my sinus. What is your energy like, Leo? Clinging to the past? Wow. Leo? No way. Look at that. Rebirth. And that's the lion right there. That's kind of like the equivalent to like the rebirth, number 10. That's definitely like changes, going out of a cycle and starting fresh. Feels heavy, Leo. You're going, okay, here we go. Okay, Leo. Hold up, Leo. Jeez. Hold on to your dear life, Leo. It's going to be fine. You have no idea how positive things are going to turn out for you. And I have a card that you're going to love. And it's the last card. But there is something here that... Oh, wow, look at that. I gotta go to sleep. Bedtime. There's something here that... Okay, there's a mix of energies happening here. I feel like there's some of these are predictions. Some of these are reminders. Listen. I don't know what you gain from... and I'm asking you personally, and if you can answer that for me, Leo, that would be pretty cool, like on the comments or whatever. I don't know what you gain from like clinging to the past. I get it. You have a big heart. when you love, you love. And that's something that I say because I am a Leo sun, but I'm also a Pisces moon, and I'm very out there when it comes to like love and emotions, It's like I love very hard and very deep, and when I love someone, and even though I'm not with them, in my, it's like I continue to love them even at a distance, even when they're already moved on or whatever. It's like whoever comes into my heart, they have a special place in my heart. And it's always the beautiful moments and the cool things. And if there's negative stuff, it's not connected to anger or any darkness. Is connected more to like, that changed me. That lesson was good. But I remember when we couldn't stop laughing because XX reason. And I know that person right now is doing great, and then, they got their own life and whatever, But with the clinging to the past, if it comes to like romantic, people, I feel like it's, like it's good to think about people from the past, but it's hard to manifest new love when you keep thinking of past lovers, I would say. Especially if you haven't, like that's how I see it. Like that's when I look back to, like anybody like my ex-wife or just anybody that I dated, and that had a really good time. Maybe we didn't even date and we vibe as friends and whatever. Like they have this very special place in my heart, and they're always gonna have that. But I feel like the past is confusing you, Leo. The past is blocking you from your connection, your soul connection, your higher self or something like that. It's like you keep looking back, but you're moving forward. And it's like you're stepping forward, but you don't even know where you're headed, I feel like it's a good thing to look into the past, but the past is the past and it's always going to be there. So find a way to like what I say, like chest out, chin up, forward movement, even if it hurts, even if it's like, if it feels difficult, whatever it is that you're going through, it's gonna pass. And it's like it feels like for you it's more of a memory or someone that you're still releasing and you're about to let go, but you have no idea what is ahead of you, Leo. Like you have no freaking idea. If for whatever reason you felt like you could have, you could be like some sort of, like a tarot reader, or some sort of healer, some sort of, I don't know, Reiki master, or some sort of whatever healer, facilitator of the people to heal their heart or whatever. I feel like something amazing is going to happen for you. I feel like you're gifted in many ways, Leo. And I'm not this is for, there's a lot of Leos out there, and I know like one of my favorite tarot readers that I click on, it's gonna be like Baddison. She's a Leo. I think we have the same birthday, August 21st, and she's pretty gifted and she's pretty cool. She's pretty funny. So there's many Leos out there that are gifted, and I feel like pretty soon you're going to get empowered. You're going to have some sort of connection. You're going to maybe like open up some sort of like this beam. I see like a beam of communication between you, source, or between you and energies, or maybe like an actual like real psychic where you're gonna hear things, feel things, know things ahead of time. um I think even, especially if you've been like asking for that or wishing for something like that, or if you felt deep down that you're meant to do more, that you're meant to, you're for the people. And that's, and then we see the rebirth. It's like it's a whole new you. It's a whole new you, right? And one thing is like the clinging to the past is, it's, to me, clinging to it is like creating stagnancy, holding on to some sort of belief, and putting like a big rock on the chariot, on the wheels, on the chariot's wheel. And you're doing it yourself by clinging to the past. Now, one thing is, yeah, the past does form you. The past is whatever past you've had is the type of person you've been formed to be, or how you forged yourself to be, right? The lessons, the things that you went through have made you a very tough person, a very soft person, very in between person, disconnected person, cold person, rude person, right? We all carry that. Yeah, that's the past. But like clinging to the unfortunate events, the missed out opportunities, the people that didn't value you, or maybe just did not understood you at one point. You gotta let them go. You gotta let it go. You have to understand that there's this evolution happening within you, and you're gonna be like someone who's gonna be able to help people. Okay, the way you talk, one thing, the way you talk, the way you motivate people, it's gonna be super impressive. Your words are gonna be genuine. The stories you tell are going to be empowering. You're going to give life, you're going to give energy through words. And in the Bible, it says that the mouth, the way we speak, it's one of the most strongest tools we can have. It could also be a weapon. But he who chooses to use it for good can live from it. Meaning that if you can empower people, if you can motivate people, if you can show people to just believe that there's a benefit there for you as well, maybe you will heal yourself through others. Maybe you are the healer, maybe you are the facilitator, but at the same time, you've been hurt so bad that what people see is this happy Leo, but they don't understand that the words that are coming through you or from you have to do with pain, trauma, and then just that self-empowerment that you've always had, because Leo is ruled by the heart, and Leo will love. Leo is gonna love regardless. And a Leo that is acting cold, a Leo that says F love, F that, you're not in your element. I'm not saying, throw yourself out there, or, like, do so much for people or force people to heal, or no. It's those who are going to want to hear you out are going to be there present for you. And going back to what I said, I can't remember if it was Taurus or Aries, where I said that if God is giving you a gift, the gift is meant to be shared with people, especially if it has to do with healing. And if you're going to go and get greedy with it, then it's going to work against you. We're all meant to interact. And I'm not saying do everything for free. Find a way to get money, but also share your gift. Share your gift. You're unique. Anybody, I don't care what your zodiac sign, you're unique in so many ways. There's not one person identical to you. Like, there's not what you've been given. You have no idea, but what you've been given, you're taking it to the grave. And if you don't use it, if you don't value it, if you don't exercise it, if you don't polish it, what are you doing? What are you doing? I have overall success for you, Leo. We have, I didn't even see this card. This card to me, it was like, to me, when I first saw it, I didn't even read what it said. It says sharing, and I didn't even read the words, but like, there's to me it felt like the sun, the ladies, like the it felt like the sun, but I just read the sharing, and I'm like, oh shoot, there's some sort of gift you got to share, but you're gonna be so successful, and like spirit is gonna talk through you, like spirit is gonna work through you, that everything that you do and everything that you say is gonna benefit everybody. You, and financially, if you're doing, if you're having issues financially right now, Leo, like there's something that you're so good at that is gonna like move you forward to something. Like that's it, and you already know. But like there's something that you're really good at that you can use for the people, and you can be super successful on it. Very successful. You're gonna have plenty of money, plenty of food, plenty of energy, plenty of love to go around. One thing is that there's changes coming up ahead, and changes are never easy or fun. Some changes are fun, but not all of them. Not all of them. I'm hearing wish granted. Wish granted for you. Who got this? I think Cancer got it. External validation. Was it Cancer? Can't remember. My head hurts so much that it's just... External validation, number 50. I think we already saw this one. But it popped out again, and trust me, I shuffled that deck. So let me read it again, because I think I already read it. So number 50, again, 5 changes. Big changes, buddy. Oh, yeah. External validation, essential meaning, finding your own vibe and your own beat. Effortlessly attracting others because of your warm energy. tuning out the noise of external validation and listening to your own heart, opening yourself up to external validation and accepting compliments. I think it was Gemini that got that. I'm feeling very nauseous, y'all. And it's just because my head hurts and the pressure is just. And I think the ring light, is not helping my case at all. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool, Leo. Coolio. That's cool, Leo. Coolio. As I walk through the shadow of what? Of death or no, through the never mind. Coolio, the song. Anyways. Oh, as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll take a look back at my life. I take a look back at my life. So what in the beginning, in the beginning, in the beginning, in the beginning, in the beginning. Y'all seen that video? Okay. Man. Let's see what we have when it comes to your family and your friends here. What do we see here? 3 of Swords. Seven of Swords. There's deception. There's someone's breaking your heart, Leo. Someone's putting you on the spot. Someone's saying, someone's like maybe kicking you out. If it's not that, if it's not projected towards you, I feel like there's so many family members, so many friends that need and require your help, your attention because of that 3 of Swords. There's so much pain and trauma. There's someone here in your surroundings, in your, hold on, give me a sec. I feel like there's some sort of heartbreak or heartache here when it comes to like family and friends. Again, it could be something that somebody like, went behind your back. Someone you didn't expect, maybe a family member or someone like that, like did something that it just doesn't feel good overall. Somebody doesn't agree to what you're doing or what you're saying as well. Somebody's going to call you out, Leo, here. It's like a family member or maybe a friend. And it's going to feel heartbreaking here. Okay? When it comes to love, there's big changes, Death card. Big changes. You are walking... Hold on, yo. I gotta do something real quick.